It's a popular topic in the game of snooker as to when and how we split the pack of reds. Well, here I've got a scenario where I've potted a red and the white ball's ended up in this situation. If this red was in that position there, it would be wrong of me to try and split the pack. I'd pot the yellow, come off that side cushion and split the pack. Totally the wrong shot. Here I've got the yellow again and I can come in towards this red here. If I get my positioning correct, it's an easy task to pot this red, leave myself on the black. I've got a few reds in the open, no real problem. But if this red's in this sort of situation, that completely changes the scenario. Now I've got no real easy shot to get on a red, so it might be worthwhile trying to split the pack. So here, I'm going to try and pot the yellow, come off the side cushion and into the pack of reds here. To play the yellow, I want to play it with, obviously with screw and a little touch of running side, which in this case will be left-hand side, just to speed it up, coming off the cushion and into the reds. When I play this shot, I like to give myself a target on the cushion, roughly about a foot away from the pocket. And that should give me the right trajectory to get into the reds. I chalk my cue, do my pre-shot routine, visualize the shot and give it a go. Now that time I've hit the pink, which I've disturbed a few reds, so I'm quite happy with that. I've got this red into the centre pocket, I've got that red into the corner pocket, so all in all quite a good result to say that I've hit the pink instead of the reds, so I'd be reasonably happy with that outcome. One other thing I would like to mention, it's not much use really blasting the reds all over the place. They're going to balk each other. Some reds are going to go on the cushion. Makes life a little bit difficult. So I'd be very happy with that situation as it stands. Another one would be some similar situation here, where we've potted a red and we've got the same situation, but this time on the green. These shots demand a little bit of practice. So there's coming into the pack of reds here, off the green. Again, give myself a target, roughly about a foot away from the centre pocket, and a little bit of running side, which in this case will be right-hand side. Not been quite so fortunate as last time, but I have got one option here where I can play the red, play for the black, or come up here for the pink into this pocket, or even further for the blue, or indeed a balk colour. So that takes care of splitting the pack from the yellow or the green. Now let's have a look at splitting it from the blue. Here we have a situation where the red's been potted, I'm on the blue, I haven't got any real loose reds to play position for, so I must decide here to pot the blue and split the pack. Requires a little bit of practice, because if I miss the pink and hit these reds here at pace, there's a very real danger of glancing off and going in off the side of the pack. The object is to hit the pink full in the face so that the white stays in the middle of the table. Haven't quite hit it full in the face, Hence the white has glanced over here, and really the only shot I've got is this red here, where I can pop that and go back down for a baulk colour. Other than that, it's got to be a safety shot, but no real problem. I should be able to pot that red. When we're fairly straight on the blue, it's unrealistic to play a stun shot into the pack of reds. So what we need to do is play with a lot of topspin and some running side to send it around the angles coming into the cluster of reds. Because we're using a lot of power and a lot of side, we need to be very careful about the pot. Nice fluent cue action and plenty of power. Now I've got a few options there, so I'll be reasonably happy with that. But what I want to emphasise is, because of the distance the white ball is travelling, because it's hitting cushions, all those aspects are taking some of the pace off the white. So we need to be very careful with this as and when we do it. If we've got a tight pack here, all we're going to do is sit into them, very little damage, and all we'll have is a safety shot. But if we can hit, some open sides of the cluster, then we might be left with a good option. Another shot you can play when the pink's on its spot is to leave a slightly more acute angle on the blue. Makes the shot, the pot, a little trickier, but the positional side of it is, because I'm playing it with screw, as the white hits the pink, there'll be a residue of that screw left on it. If we hit the pink full in the face, the white will tend to come off it a little and remain in the open. So the positional side of the shot should be more beneficial. Not a great result there, probably need a little bit more practice. But got one option at least, or I can play some good safety. As I say, the shot needs a little bit more practice, so one way we can do that is stop us having to set the pack of reds up all the time. Just use other balls, and the object here is to hit that pink quite firmly, full in the face. Try it a few times from various angles on the white. Very unlucky there. But don't forget, these shots need a lot of practice. Also, I'd like to mention, as I've mentioned in other videos, don't be content just to practice this shot from one side of the table. Practice it from both sides of the table. Now that one of it, plumb, that's what I'm really after. The other thing I will make reference to is one of my other videos where we have the colours here lined up and we pot the blue and play cannons on these. All these little practices will help you when you come to split the pack. Good luck with your practice.